Hello again, Izzy from Digital Goja Showrooms. And today we're going to take a look at the 10 most asked questions about the Canon 430 EX3 RT. What I did is I searched customer service questions, eBay, Amazon, our own website, blogs, and looked for the 10 most common asked questions about the Canon 430 EX3 RT flash. Remember, if this video helps you out, hit me up with a like button underneath, and remember to subscribe to our channel for any tutorials and sessions such as this. And don't forget, when in Miami, visit Digital Goja Showrooms. Can I do continuous flash shooting? Yes, absolutely you can. It does have a fast recycling time anywhere from 2 to 6 seconds. Of course, that depends on the power ratio and how far your subject matter is, but notice how I have it set now to ETTL, which is the more popular setting for it. And I have my camera set on manual, but even if I set it to automatic, I can set my continuous shooting and fire away. So notice that every single time the flash fired off. Now, be prepared, this will be bright, but you can see that it has a very fast shooting time. Can I use an external battery pack? No, I'm afraid not. To try to maintain price down and size, there is no port for an external battery pack on this flash, because you would need an extra port so that you can actually plug in an external battery pack like this one. So you do have to work with high amperage alkalines or lithiums or rechargeable nickel metal hydrides for your 430 EX3. Does it have a focus assist beam? Yes, but it's a custom setting. So I'm going to show you how to get to it. You're going to go into your sub menu, and you have to go into your PFN menu, and you want to move all the way over to where it says AF. When you click on that, you want to do the number 1, which is the one that activates the focus beam. So now in low light, this guy will emit a focusing beam. All right, let's get out of the sub menu, and let me see if I can activate it here. Let me turn off some lights in the studio. Now that I dimmed our light sources, notice how it does emit an infrared beam. How many flashes can I sync at the same time? Well, you have 5 channels in 15 groups. So you have endless. I mean, if you have an endless supply of radio trigger flashes like 430s or 600 EXRTs, go right ahead. You can synchronize as many as you choose to. Can I do high-speed sync? Yes, you can. You have to go into your menu. Notice I have it on ETTL here. Hit the select button and then click on here so you can switch over to high speed, and there's your synchronization. So now you can change your shutter speed to, I'll set it all the way up to 1/1000th of a second, and it'll give you the proper exposure because it's now set to high speed syncing. What does the RT mean in the title? Well, RT actually means radio trigger. So this guy has a wireless radio trigger that creates a 2.4 gigahertz connection. So if I happen to have another flash, here I happen to have a very popular 600 EXRT also. So I want to make sure we set it to master. Notice that's the second one here in the setting. And now it creates a link, and you get a green light when you're properly linked with your other flash, which is set to slave mode. So when I fire this one in turn, it also fires off the 600. And remember, this is a radio trigger, so this isn't line of sight. I can be anywhere within usually a 75 to 100 foot radius, and I can control both simultaneously. Can I do second curtain sync? Yes, you can. Again, we have our flash on ETTL. Hit your select button and then move to second curtain sync, which is your second setting. First curtain, second curtain, and now you can pick a slower shutter speed. I can go ahead and shoot at as little as, for example, 1/6 of a second, and you'll be able to create that effect where you have your subject moving. Does my flash have the swivel capability? Absolutely. Here's your bounce all the way up to 90 degree, and press a button on the side and swivel all the way to 180 degrees in this direction. Press a button again, and notice how any kind of situation where I'm in where I do have to bounce it off the side, the 430EX will fit the bill. Do I need another accessory to trigger? No, you don't. Actually, most of today's cameras that have a built-in flash, especially in the EOS Rebel line, here I have a very popular Rebel T6i, have that capability built in because you can work with the original flash that's in the camera. So let's go into the menu and set it up. Now, as always, you need to set your camera to manual so you can activate the entire menu system. If you leave it on any other modes, you won't have full access. Now all the folders are opened up, and you want to go to the first folder, which shows your camera. Scroll down to flash control. Of course, you always want to enable flash. And then we want to go into built-in flash settings. And notice how the first one, you can set it up for normal firing or easy wireless. If you're a novice, start out with this one. This is the most common to use. Now, we're going to go to our flash itself, turn it on, and we're going to activate. If you notice, you have this setting right here with the little lightning bolt moving side to side. That's your wireless setting mode. So if you're going to use this guy as a slave, boom, switch it over to slave, and notice how it activates it on the monitor there. Look at your LCD, and it does say that it's now on slave mode. And when you move it forward, notice how that blinking light, it's on optical slave mode, so it's actually looking for another flash to set it off. So let's pop up our internal flash, and in turn, when I fire, it fires the 430EX3. There you go. No other accessory needed. Does my flash run off the batteries that are in the camera? No, you have to have a separate power source for this. Remember, this uses a lot of power and a lot of energy, so I always recommend using high amperage alkalines or rechargeables. It works with 4 of them. There's your battery compartment. Pop it up. Very important, follow the polarity nomenclature on the side there. Notice how it shows your positive and negative settings. You want to follow that exclusively. You don't want to short out the unit and damage it. Close it up, and now you place it onto your camera like so, always straight on, and then lock it in place, turn it on, and you're set to go. Again, 4 AA batteries will power your 430EX3.